yesterday. A two-bit expose of the same old story that I heard yesterday. Yeah, it goes the headlines, man. They all just go to plan.
Pacific girls.
You know they're all just spam, so buckle down.
In the spare pocket of your wallet, always keep $50 in a condom.
We're like brothers. Hey, buddy. Yeah, put them up.
Give me that good news, 'cause I'm tired of the same old shit. That good news.
Do not, whatever you do, check your phone. Back in the 1900s, a television station by the name of TNT came out, and they started shows 10 minutes late so that they could start when other shows were not starting.
I like that.
That's what we did today.
Yeah, it was intentional.
It was intentional.
Mhm. Planned out.
That's how we do things here at the grounds.
Mhm.
Good week, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
busy week.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Same
good.
old now. Feel like I'm just on repeat.
Yeah, but you kind of like that.
Yeah. It's tiring, and I don't like getting older. I don't like feeling older.
All right.
My back, my legs, my feet.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. There was a time I could do physical labor for 16 hours straight, and I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Now I can't stand for 10 hours without my back starting to hurt.
Can't stand for it.
Yeah. And by the end of Sunday, I quite literally can't stand for it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's that.
It's not even that intensive either,
No.
But I refuse to be like Sean. He's calling it every night, calling it early. I got to go home, ice down my knees.
Oh,
it's
boy.
Yeah, dude, we're all getting so old. Like it makes sense. We run a 90s themed sandwich shop.
It's a young man's game.
It really is.
You're still a young man.
I was. This is this crisis I've been having last week or so.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not a young man anymore. I can't do the thing I used to be able to just pick up. People would call me. They'd be like, "Hey, Steve, we need a guest bartender. Oh, everybody's calling off. Come bartend." I would go to a place I didn't know with people I didn't know and tools I didn't know. I'd pick it up and I rock it for 12 hours and I would kill it every time.
Yeah.
And I felt great. It was like doing a shot of adrenaline. Like at the end of it, you're just like, I'm feeling so good today.
Yeah.
I accomplished something. Drove me forward. Now I still get the sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
But it does not give me the energy to continue pushing forward the way it used to.
But you're how old? 30?
Almost 40.
Almost 40. I've got ear hair older than you. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Nice. Well, welcome in everybody. Sorry we're late, but it's the grounds. This is what we do.
I gotta remember to not wear green on.
No, you look good.
Screen.
It looks good.
No, I know. As Don said last time, I look like a hologram.
I was gonna say I didn't realize you did it again.
Well, this is my work uniform.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you look all right. I don't know. You look okay. You don't mess up.
Yeah, you can't even really tell. No.
Yeah. It looks more brown.
Distorted.
Yeah. There you go.
It's really faded out.
It's the center under distorted
Not a
that's
bad
like
look, though.
see through.
So is it because you just don't take care of yourself that you feel that way?
No idea. I have no idea. You know, I might have been a little bit lax with the working out in recent times, but no, like I stretch, I work out like a little bit. I don't do like each diet. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start jogging and doing all sorts of stuff.
Well, if you can't stand, you might not want to jog.
Yeah, maybe find something a little less impact. Yeah, it's just
Some Pilates, perhaps.
Maybe my leg on my left side, where I think it's the hip, you know, and then it worries me because my mom's getting a new hip on Monday, and
Fantastic.
it runs in the family.
Did you get that on Marketplace or was it?
Yeah. No, it's Wish.
Wish.
So, fingers crossed.
All right.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
And that's funny. Yeah. So for years, I was that way, but now I get into the gym 4 times a week. And right over there, Iron Coliseum, right next to Sam's shop.
Oh yeah.
Richie, he trains me, and it's amazing when you're like, well, I was going to the gym by myself and doing what I thought was good, got the old chat GPT to give me a workout. Then you get a guy who's a professional weightlifter and owns a gym, and you go, oh, well, this is a lot different. But I actually feel really good.
Yeah.
Because muscles are starting to be strong.
How long have you been at it?
So I've been doing it for about a year.
Okay. So you're really
Yeah.
Okay.
And
is that your only gym?
So I work with Richie as a trainer, so I see him once a week, but the rec center is a mile from my house. So I belong to the rec center. And then once a week I'll come in and get a workout with Richie, and he checks my macros and micros and how you doing? You don't have enough steps in here. Kind of accountability partner, but but there was a while in my mid to late 40s and probably early 50s where I was like, oh, the small of my back, my feet hurt, I got plantar fasciitis. So a lot of it was because I was fat, right? But a lot of it too was just when you don't work those muscles out properly, you start to wither a little bit.
And that's the first time anything like that had happened. I was at another place here in town. I had opened another bar, not that I owned, but I was with the guy who opened it, and he's like, and I worked there for 2.5 years, and several times. One time my back did go out unrelated to work, and I went to work and I hobbled around like an old man. The other time, somebody had told me, I never got it diagnosed, but somebody had said plantar fasciitis. And my foot, I was like club footed. I'm dragging the thing behind me.
Bad.
And I'm like, and people are like, do you need to go home?
You guys, are we interrupting your guys' show? Okay. Yeah. All right, just checking. I mean,
yeah.
All right,
doing some training back here.
Yeah, so that's okay. I was like, wait, are we interrupting another show?
Yeah. I went club putting it around. People are like, you need to go home. I'm like, my shift ends in like a half hour. Just gonna make it through. People are like, you shouldn't have come to work. Little did they know, I sent out like 15 texts being like, anybody want to work for me today? Right. I literally physically can't walk. And I, I'll still do it. But, I can't go to the gym. I've tried. I got a buddy who has offered to give me, he's a power lifter and a personal trainer. Yeah. And he's offered to kind of do like a program online with me or something. And it's like, all right, it's fine. The only time I was ever able to go to a gym is when they had a pool that was always accessible. Yeah. And then I stopped going to that place, and a couple years later, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start going to the gym as a routine, just to break up my routine and make it part of it. Well,
Cappuccino, he goes to the Y to swim.
Yep. A lot of people go to the Y to swim,
and he gets in laps.
Yep.
But yeah, and I know a good friend of mine, he's the volleyball coach, Kyle, over at MCC. He's a Health Bridge guy, I think, over there in Huntley, with a pool again. Yep. But because of his joints and things, that's truly kind of the only workout that he can get.
Yeah. So I love swimming. I've always loved swimming. It's always swim team for many years. And the Centegra Health Bridge here in Crystal Lake has a beautiful pool. Every single time it is filled and I have to wait. And so like I show up ready to work out, then there's a dude doing laps.
Yeah.
And there's a dude not doing laps but waiting for the lap area, and you're just like, all right. Sam has offered several times. She's like, should we just try to save for like just a lap pool or one of the infinity resistance pools?
Yeah.
You swim it, puts the current against you. I think that's my best chance at working out. But
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just do push-ups, and I know that's not great, but it's just 100% every
Yeah.
time.
Well, stretching too. Stretching that keeps those.
And Sam and I do stretching.
Yeah. I enjoy yoga a little bit, but I was never a big stretching guy, but now I stretch every day. And, I got a couple of key stretches I do just to make sure. Good morning. Good morning. Who is that up there?
Morning.
Hey.
Hello.
Good luck with the new hip.
Yeah. Getting a new hip on Monday.
She's gonna be hip.
That's going to be, and she's going to be mostly bionic at that point because that'll be a new shoulder, 2 new hips.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're slowly making her into an android.
Yeah, no, that's good for an alien.
Well, yeah.
Get those human parts in there. Yeah, so I think a lot of it too, a lot of people are just like, I just don't have the time. I'm like, you literally watch TV for 4 hours a night. You do have time, right? It's just you know, it's interesting the things we choose. So I'm a morning guy.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm up at 5, I'm at the gym. Right. People are like, you're at the gym. I'm like, yep, I get up, I'm there, and I'm there for an hour.
Yeah.
You know, and then I go home, get ready, and you know, my day begins at 5. So people look at me, I'm like, but I couldn't, because of my energy levels, I couldn't do it in the afternoon or evening. You know, cappuccino will go in the afternoon. And that's kind of, you know, that's his energy spot. And, you know, owning your own business, it's good. And you couldn't in the afternoon because that's your hot time.
I'm a morning guy anyway.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, I got to go in the morning and get it done. If I don't, then, you know, but I only do it 4 days a week. Right. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings, I got coffee with the guys. We got the grounds. Saturday morning then is just a day off for me.
Okay.
You know, Sunday.
So it's your day of rest.
Yeah.
From the workouts.
Yeah. Recovery, those type of things.
Yeah.
But that's also the day where Alice and I are doing projects around the house or, you know, yard work or whatever. So you get a workout.
Yeah.
In, but, you know.
Well, see, and that's where I live with it, where I don't know, and I'm sure I'm not alone, as most people probably feel this way, but because the workout is such a structured, dedicated time for exactly what it is, to put yourself through hell for the ultimate greater good for yourself. That's the part where I get hung up on. Now, if you go, hey, do you want to go work out for 3 hours and we're gonna sweat and make ourselves miserable? I'd be like, no. But if Sam's like, hey, do you want to go do this really intense, physically active sport with me for the next 3 hours? I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go.
Right.
Anytime. Doesn't matter what it is. Sam and I will go out there, we'll do baseball, soccer, anything. And we'll just, and she's so competitive and she has so much muscle that I don't feel bad. Like I'll crash into her, like she'll crash into me. Like it's hysterical. And we get a good workout going. And we'll go, it doesn't even matter what it is. Yeah. Even table tennis, we go so hard at table tennis that like we're sweating because I'm running back and forth.
That's
like,
why
we don't, there's no like gentle tapping. Yeah. Me and Sam will just be smacking it. Pickleball, another one, good one. Love pickleball.
I have not played pickleball.
It's just lazy tennis, which is great because tennis, very often the ball, the ball goes out. It's too big of a court. Pickleball is great for 2 people because it's just big table tennis.
Yeah. Yeah. What did Heather say? What did she say there? Walk a big dog. For lots of exercise.
Sometimes he walks you.
That's right. Who's walking who? That's it.
Now raise your hand if you need a new hip. Anybody?
Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Dog's walking her.
Bueller. Back in the 1900s, we had pickleball. It was called wiffle ball tennis. So you literally had a plastic mesh racket and a wiffle ball. And you used a badminton net, basically.
What do we call it? Paddle ball?
Paddle ball.
Paddle ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't pickleball at that point.
No, and then they had the Nerf one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Nerf one.
Yeah. And so I was like, but since the pickleball phase has come out, I have never played pickleball.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should. Are you a tennis guy?
Badminton, but kind of the same thing, right? I mean,
that's another great one.
Yeah.
I'll come home. It's like, do you want to work out for 2 hours? Absolutely not. Do you want to go stand outside and dodge dog poop while we hit the badminton back and forth about 1 billion times?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to do that with you.
So growing up, of course, being the youngest of 4 boys, around Wimbledon. So in July, you get Wimbledon's a big thing, and we would have the badminton set up, and we would have a neighborhood Wimbledon, but with badminton.
Yeah,
to the point where our backyard had the ruts, like where you were serving from and everything.
Awesome.
And we would have we'd do the tournament and playoffs and all that kind of stuff.
So you'd probably love pickleball.
Yeah, I enjoy a lot of sports, right? And the best thing, I'm competitive, right? So I want to do well, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I know I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
Right. So if I lose, I don't get as upset as I did when I was younger. Like, let's throw the racket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not really good at this. So like,
it's one of those things of getting older too.
Like bowling, right?
Yeah, okay.
People are hardcore about bowling. Right?
They really are. They
hardcore.
They go bad. Yeah.
Now, growing up back in the 1970s, on ABC Wide World of Sports, they'd have professional bowlers.
Yes.
So as I grew up,
Ernie McCracken.
Yeah, you would see them ride the gutter and curb them in.
Yeah.
Right. So when I go bowling, that's all I try. I throw a lot of gutter balls because all I try to do is
the spin. Yeah.
To roll right on the edge and then come in.
Yeah.
Right. So I've learned you're like, okay, you got to get the ball, but you don't put your thumb in.
See, yeah, you get the trick.
You got to have the thumb out and you whip it, and you got to get a good speed.
Got to turn the wrist sideways at the last second.
Yeah.
To get that roll.
And so I get a lot of gutter balls, but sometimes, sometimes I do pretty well, and depends where you're at or how many drinks I've had. But it's funny how then people, like, if they're on your team, they're like, "Come on, man," and you're like, "Relax, dude. We're having beers and bowling."
So I'm about a 100, 120 bowler.
Yeah.
And I could take 7 years off and come back, and I'm gonna bowl about 100, 120. I could play every night for 3 weeks, and I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna get better. I've done it. I was on a league with Sam, and I thought it was hysterical how she consistently improved. And I'm like, nope, this is the zone I live. It's like darts. I will always be the same level of adequate at darts, but never good. I'll never be great. I'm never going to win a game of darts.
Right.
But I'll always roughly throw it in the general area. I'm going to hit the board.
Well, that's why I tell people, I'm like, I don't know. My golf score and my bowling score are about the same. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, they're about the same for 18.
Must be a shit bowler or a bad golfer.
Right? That's what they always say. You figure
like, which one are you terrible at?
And it's the same, right? It doesn't matter, I haven't picked up a bowling ball for 5 years. Same role, it's just the way it is.
No, back in college, we went through a phase where me and my buddy, we'd go find the neon balls. So they're the really light ones.
Light ones. Yeah.
So you get like an 8-pounder, a 9-pounder, and you just palm it, and you just
right.
whip it down the lane as fast as you possibly can with as much spin as you possibly can and see if you can hit something. For a while, we got good at it. But the funny part is, no matter what you do with an 8-pound ball, it just goes right through one pin, and then all the other ones are left alone. And it's like, probably should have waited a little bit more.
That's it. So I've been meaning to ask you.
Yeah.
We didn't last week. The Artemis trip.
Oh yeah.
What's your take on old Artemis? Going out 520,000 miles from Earth. Farthest any man has traveled from Earth.
Yep.
Or woman.
Yep.
I think there might have been a lady on that.
Yeah. And I think a record not going to be held for very long. With the way things are going, set to send people out past Jupiter soon, all of this other stuff. And it was the path, very cool, not that impressive. It's not, we didn't go somewhere new, we just went farther. Right. So we were not, and we saw the backside of the moon, really cool.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah.
I didn't see any pictures of the dark side of the moon.
Well, no, you wouldn't either.
What's that mean?
It's dark.
I see.
No, I've been seeing all the people taking pictures of like, we finally got that picture, and there's just like a Starbucks on the side of the moon, or different things hidden back there.
Right.
But no, also what I think is, whether we did it or not, mathematically, the most complex path we've ever taken as humans. So the amount of computer processing it took to calculate that flight path, and you have to understand, comparatively to the initial moon landing, right? You had people in rooms, enormous auditoriums filled with punch cards, and they're manually processing these huge computing calculations.
It was 1960.
100%. Now, I mean, you can run the same. I mean, I'm sure you've heard, but that the entire server room that ran the initial moon landing has less power than your cell phone does.
Correct.
Now we've got all of this damn near quantum computing level science, and even then, it took a while and a lot of resources to calculate this path. That's very cool, one way or the other. I do believe we could have done it with what we have. 100%, very possible. And then I also see people messing up left and right, and it's like, like, dude, you can't even fucking get your car to not have the bumper fall off. Like, you think we believe that you sent something out into space? Like, all right.
Right. Well, the other, I don't know, Nico, you could chime in on this too. The re-entry. They're going 25,000 miles an hour on that drop.
Yep.
How do you control that?
Yeah.
Right. And what do 3 parachutes do for you at that point?
Yeah.
I think it's more of re-entering orbit.
Okay.
And with those calculations, they know where it's going to come in based on, a couple square miles here and there, right? But still, if something goes wrong, like you were kind of saying, that's I don't think
that's
there's
really
any,
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very little margin of error, but
yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, those calculations are so specific, and that's out of everything. That's probably like the least complicated portion of it, right? Like meeting up with, circling the moon, and then coming back. That part's the craziest part to me, not re-entry.
Re-entry is crazier to me.
Re-entry is wild, and then also there's so much that can go wrong. I don't know if you saw, but a half-inch piece of plastic traveling at 15,000 miles an hour,
right,
striking a solid aluminum brick, puts a hole about the size of a basketball.
Correct.
And that's just, I mean, you know how much space debris is out there that big?
Right.
Now, again, space is huge and empty. So
it was. I mean, we've got a lot of garbage.
We've got so much junk, but we're not at the point where we've got too much junk to accomplish things. But we are every time 2 of our satellites crash into each other, we're creating an enormous field of tiny little pieces, and those tiny little pieces turn into missiles.
That's right.
So those are out there. That is something to think about. The impact with the human body. I've watched the simulation videos on that. Yeah. If like one of those little pieces hits an astronaut, what would happen? And it's not pretty.
Yeah. So when I'm watching this, and this thing's hurling through space, hurling through the atmosphere, and then they throw 3 big parachutes on it, and it lands gently. And there's got to be some impact.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I know you're strapped in, but
it looks gentle to you, but you're going to be hurting for like a week afterwards.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, because you're coming in at like Mach 5.
Right.
Yeah. Parachutes deploy. You're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big parachutes. Don't get me wrong, they're huge parachutes, right? But you're just kind of like, all right, now again, with everything we have, with all the technology, brilliance that we have, now with AI, we're sitting there and like, all right, on re-entry, how about a parachute? And you're like, I think we're going to need 2. Nico's like, let's get 3. Just to be safe. We're like, with all the technology, we're like, the best thing we got is parachute.
I was shocked when it looked like the pictures of the shuttle when it came back. It looked like the exact same pictures from back in the day.
Right.
I was like, nothing's changed.
Nothing.
Yeah, that core housing unit, everything that's left of the original rocket that comes back.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, from what I understand, the design did have 4 boosters on the bottom that are supposed to arrest the acceleration. So not
Okay.
reverse you, but just
But
slow down
to
the
counter it.
Yeah, a little bit, just to help the parachutes, right? Again, I don't know what that would look like.
Right.
I'm not an engineer. That seems like it would be pretty significant. It would have to be really significant force underneath.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, technically they're supposedly there. I'm not a space shuttle expert. I'm not an engineer either. So I don't like to discount the work of people who have done it.
Well, that's what
but also, like, you're 100% right. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, totally logically that it makes sense in the human brain. It doesn't. We accomplished something. Supposedly, we accomplished something beyond even comprehension. Mostly
for cars and the safety in cars, we've got test dummies, right?
Yeah.
So we watch the airbags deploying. Oh nope, that'll snap somebody's neck. Whatever. Who are the test dummies where one parachute didn't work? Nope, coming in way too fast, way too hot. Maybe 2. Nope, still coming in.
That's
3 is perfect.
When we were still using animals.
Right, 3 is perfect. We'll stay 3, not 4. 4 will. No.
Have you watched Space Force with Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so when he learns what happens to the animals that get sent to space, that is probably one of the funnier, because that's 100% accurate.
Right.
We report on them, we
Yeah.
make them a big news story, and then we just don't talk about the fact that we leave these animals in space to starve to death.
Yeah.
And it's like, because what are they going to do? They're going to pilot a return rocket? No.
Yeah.
So like, we don't talk about that's what happens. But like, when he learns that, I thought that I was laughing so hard. I'm like, yeah, that would be my reaction too.
We gotta bring them
Like,
back.
you're a national hero,
No.
Mittens. We're bringing you home.
So I'm like, I'm a space nerd. I'm fascinated by NASA and space.
Oh, yeah.
It's just who I am. And over at the college, we've got it's like a globe, whatever it's called.
Hell yeah.
Not an auditorium, but
The astronomy lab.
right. And they were I went in there. I was given a tour to some prospective athletes, and we went in there, and he's working on this show. So it's a big dome, and it's a 360 camera, and we're watching the Artemis takeoff.
Oh, that's really cool.
It was cool. But
It's a really nice facility.
in 42 seconds, that rocket went 3.5 miles. Now, all right. We've all been in a Corvette. We've all been in, something that goes 0 to 60, like, you know, and you get thrown back, we've been on roller coasters and you get sucked back from the G-force.
Yeah.
3 miles in 42 seconds.
Yeah, that's
Your brain is like, I don't care how strapped in you are.
and all the videos that you see like taken from the ground of it taking off.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it justice,
No.
right? Because I recently saw a video of an airliner capturing Artemis taking off, and I didn't realize how quick it really was moving. So
Well, and it's
100%
rad
correct.
to see like the view from far away.
Yes.
Because as fast as it's going, the Earth is rotating. So then it looks like it's going like that
Right.
immediately. And I think that's rad. Because like you're standing there, it's going straight up. But then you look at the far away view, and
Right, and it's
the
like,
Earth turns, and then you're just they're
So-
going off to the side.
I mean, think of that. 3 miles. 3.5 miles in 42 seconds.
Yeah.
42 seconds. All right. So it's like, prepare for takeoff in 10, 9, put your asshole into your feet. Because this is, you're strapped in. You are strapped in. But there's no way to escape that G-force.
No.
That's amazing on the human body to me.
No, it's intense.
Oh,
Yeah.
because we've all been in.
So the best part about that though is this is multi-billion-dollar flight.
Yeah.
So you train these people by putting them through this hell so many times
Right.
leading up to it.
Right.
You put them in a chair and then you slung them in a circle using the centripetal force.
Yep.
And you just did that until they reached about 4 Gs.
Right.
And then their brain is being pushed back.
Yep.
Their mouth is like, "Ugh." They got natural facelifts on all of them.
Right.
And they get off of there and they're just like, all right, cool. And you have to do it so many times that your body starts to adapt, and then they put you on the
You better
spaceship,
not
which is
get caught.
crazy.
To travel 3 miles in 42 seconds is 257 mile an hour. But like, don't get me wrong, some really fast cars do that, but to do that for 42 seconds,
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Right.
and from
Different.
zero. Yeah.
From zero.
yes,
From
yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sit you back in your chair. Holy shit, here we go.
Yeah.
And there, you know, you're like, I hope I don't get car sick in my helmet. Yes, all those shouldn't have had the buffet
Yeah.
at the Holiday Inn Express.
I'd probably end up testing the waist pouch with my
For real?
Yeah.
You know, you're just like, it's so intense to me. But it kept going after the 42 seconds, of course, because they got to get out of the atmosphere.
Right.
So I mean, they're hammering from 0 to, what'd you say?
257.
257 miles an hour. So you're hammering, man. And to me, that's the impressive piece to me about the whole space thing is the effects on the human body. So
Yeah.
people who are up in the space station, right? And they're weightless. And then when you come back to Earth,
Yeah.
your whole guts and everything are now like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
There's weight again.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of diseases that obviously we can't fully study because it's
Right.
only a very select few people.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to get taller in space. You're going to get about an inch taller if you spend a couple months up there.
Yeah.
You're going to come back. Your spine is going to settle. It's going to resettle differently. Your muscles are going to
Yeah.
retighten in a different way. You are actually going to be like musculature and everything. You're going to be slightly different. Your bone density has even changed
Sure.
because of the lack of gravity.
Yeah.
And I think it's really is fascinating
Yeah.
how you're just like your body starts evolving in zero gravity for a different environment, and then you come back. And it's messed
Well,
up.
that's where my mind goes, right? Is I'm like, I think it's cool you lived up there for 6 months or
Yeah.
a year or whatever the hell. That's amazing to me, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, they always do like the documentaries and things while you're out there. Now, I want to know how fucked up you are when you come back, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like, I can't get out of my bed, you know,
Right.
or do they become Jabba the Hutt? You know, like, I don't know. I just, that's the stuff that's interesting to me is what you put your body through, you know.
I would assume you would feel very heavy and there would be a lot of foot pain within the first
Well,
couple of weeks.
have
of
to
being
be,
back.
right? It'd just be crazy.
Yeah.
My favorite part is, and it always has been, I told you about the astronaut. He wrote a book about the perspective that you get when you're that far away and
Yeah.
you look back and the Earth is just this tiny round thing, and then you have an epiphany. And according to him, most astronauts have this, but he wrote a book about it, and he says that when you're in space and you look and the Earth is this big, and this little tiny thing contains everything that you have ever known and you ever will know, everyone you've ever loved, everyone you ever will love, your entire life and your entire existence is this.
Yeah.
In a vast emptiness so big you can't even comprehend it. All the problems mean nothing. Everything means nothing. Perspective is totally different. All your so-called problems on Earth are literally this big.
Right.
And it changes the way you think. Dude said it on this mission as well. So he's looking back and he's like you can't understand the perspective that gives you. And it's like, no, I read a whole book on it. I can't understand.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm with you there. Once I really started learning about space, it gave me a totally different mindset,
Oh yeah.
and I became mentally healthier
Yes,
because I realized
because you're so small in
Yeah.
the vastness of it all.
Yeah.
How do you have any problems when you realize the scope of
Yes.
everything? and where we actually stand and what we mean, which is nothing or everything. Correct. It's all a mental capacity.
So Spencer, my son, he was in the Navy for 9.5 years, and sailors get that same thing when they're out in the middle of the ocean because there's no horizon line.
Yeah,
because you don't understand that. They don't teach you this, but you don't understand the sky and the water are the same color. So you are in that vast empty space.
Yes.
When you're in the middle of the ocean because there's no horizon line. As far as you can see, it's blue, right? And he goes, and you don't get taught in school that the ocean and the sky are the same exact color, out in the middle of nowhere. And so he said the same thing. He goes, so many sailors will fall off the edge of a ship because there's no horizon line. They don't understand. Well, next thing you know, they fall off the edge of the ship. And space would be the same way. I felt that way too. If you've ever spent time in the Rocky Mountains, when you go to the Rocky Mountains, you realize how small you are because they're huge, right? That's why they're called mountains, I guess. But when you're up, up on the top of a mountain or close to the top of a mountain, and you feel really, really, really small.
Yeah.
At that point, you kind of like, okay. But that's the other reason that I've always been, ever since I was a little kid, just enthralled with space and and NASA and that, because it's something. Now, I don't think you feel the same way underwater. I don't know. I've never been underwater, but they're like, hey, this is the space on Earth or whatever. But you're in a submarine or something, so you're kind of compact. Even though I guess you're you don't really see the Earth. Right. So,
I mean, you're still on Earth.
Right.
Right. Our oceans are like so tiny.
Right.
Compared to even just our galaxy.
Yeah.
So
and that's the crazy thing.
I don't know.
Don't get it. It's weird.
I feel like it would be peaceful but terrifying to be out there at the same time.
Oh yeah, if you're that give you a little piece of claustrophobia or whatever.
Oh,
yeah. Because there's nothing. Right. I mean,
drifting through emptiness forever,
and you're up there, and the Earth is this big, and you're like, I can see my house. It's down there.
Yeah, I've always thought that would be the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to a human being, is like to be working on like a space station or something, and you're spacewalking, and it's only happened to one human being in the history of time, but it did happen to him, where something happened, came loose, and now he just had to float through space until he died, however long that took. It depends on how long his life support functions in his pack lasted. Sure. It was a long time ago, probably maybe 10 hours, but the most terrifying 10 hours in the history of the world. Nobody has ever experienced fear in that way ever, because you are floating through emptiness. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think about that emptiness.
I would assume that it would be like a 3-minute panic attack that would just make you pass out.
You would hope. And you would hope he just passed out until the
like you're freaking out so hard that I think your brain would just shut off.
Yeah.
See, but that's why I couldn't, like, here, you go to those they've got them where you float in salt water, and it's a capsule.
Oh, like Dead Sea type thing.
What is that?
Like the Dead Sea?
Yeah. But there's places all around Chicago, and you get in like this egg, and it's total
blackness. It's sleep deprivation, or sensory deprivation tanks.
Sensory deprivation tanks.
So
I couldn't do that. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I would freak out. I would literally freak out.
Yeah,
people are like, oh, it's so great. Krejci has done them. He's like, no, it's great. It's total darkness, silence. You can't hear a thing. You're weightless. I'm like, no, I'm getting nervous. Just listen to you. I'm like, there's no way.
Oh, that's terrifying, because you are simulating. You're simulating turning all of your senses off, and all you have is your own brain. They've used this as torture because you can hear the blood pounding in your ears, and it drives people literally insane. You're not supposed to do this for extended periods. Right. And again, sensory deprivation has been used as a form of torture for years.
I actually find it quite quite nice.
That's
Have you done it?
yeah, where you're in like the thing with the over
like
the
an
sound
egg thing.
barrier
Yeah.
and you're floating in the water. Yeah.
Total silence.
Oh my god, yeah.
No lights, nothing.
It's some of the best meditation sessions I've ever gotten.
And that's what people say.
People say they hallucinate.
Yeah.
But
you do. Yeah, because all your senses are off, so your brain just starts going through anything it wants to, basically.
Mhm.
So you're dreaming, but
Yeah.
you're conscious. If that makes any sense.
I'd freak out.
You can put on a pair of headphones with a colored light and force yourself to hallucinate. Your brain is a weird thing. You could force yourself to hallucinate in a bunch of ways. But yeah, those sensory you will actually have visual hallucinations in sensory deprivation, because your brain is filling in the gaps of nothingness that's there, and you will actually visually see things that are not there. And it's different than just imagining them. Like your brain is telling your eyeballs that they're there.
Yeah.
It is a full ass hallucination and sounds terrifying. Unless I'm on shrooms, I don't want it.
It does. There's no way. There's no way. I couldn't do it. I would freak out. I'd scream and be like, "Get me out of here.
Yeah.
I need this."
Oh, there's a Dean Koontz book where the parents, like, they had gifted children and they used that as a form of like, you didn't study hard enough, you're going in sensory deprivation. They had built one in the house and they put the kids in there, and now the guy's a freaking landscaper.
That's kind of what 11 had.
Super high IQ landscaper, because he's like, fuck you, mom and dad, I'm gonna go work with my hands and not think at all.
Jesus.
It's kind of like what 11
Now
had
he's solving
on
murders.
Stranger Things. She had to get in the bathtub.
She did.
Yeah.
That was the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fill a tub with a bunch of salt so she could just float there weightless. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
They put a blindfold on her. She could still hear, though. I feel like I'd be fine as long as I could still hear. One of my senses has to remain intact.
Right.
That's, don't take away all of them.
I had to get out like after I could only do like 30-40 minutes at a time.
That's a lot of time, bro. That's a lot of time.
That's exactly
No, I thought he was going to say seconds.
30, 40
No,
hours.
No.
After the
I
first,
just took a nap.
after the first
I
10
did
hours,
a couple
had to
times.
get
I
up.
did.
30 minutes. No.
Yeah, well, your ears start to ring after a certain period of time with no sound, because like the ones I was in, it was like a foam cover that just went over the top.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like,
So I think
Yeah,
I
like
could.
an egg, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Or?
kind of, it was more like just a really big bathtub with
Yeah.
like a super sound insulated cover.
Yeah. I think I could get away with it, because you'll still have smell and taste, right? It's still gonna smell like chlorine and it's still gonna taste like salt. So you're gonna have senses in there. You're gonna be able to be like, all right,
You gotta
cool. I
find
can ground
something, too, to
myself a
say
little bit.
You won't pee in it or something. Because people lose. People,
Now I'm concerned because I didn't, so I'm wondering.
yeah, because people will pee, because they'll lose. They'll just be like, so
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I would go ahead and assume that that's a really high percentage of people.
right.
If it was like warm water, yeah, oh definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it not?
Yeah.
Well, it was like it was
Room
like,
temperature, right?
Yeah, it was
It's been
room
all over.
temperature. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah,
warm.
I mean, it should be.
warm
It was
an ice
water.
bath. It was great.
That's not sensory deprivation. That's torture.
That is torture.
I feel like, Nico, what do you do on the weekends, bro?
It was just an
Who are you
ice
hanging
bath
out with,
with
man?
the sound cover.
Hey guys, what?
I went to Patrick's house. Threw me in the hot tub, some ice. Let's put the cover on.
Put a foam cover over me.
Kept me there for an hour and a half.
Badminton training.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No.
No way, no how.
Mm-mm.
And
And I get claustrophobic.
It's probably why I haven't. Oh yeah, I'm
I get
claustrophobic.
claustrophobic. My memory came up recently. It's been 3 years since we went to Blarney Castle, and it was beautiful.
It's been 3 years since you
Went to Blarney Castle.
looked at me.
But
That's
say, those turret towers, so tiny. I'm having like a full blown like, I need to get out of here. And there's people crammed in front of me, and there's
Yeah.
people crammed behind me, and I'm literally twisting my body around a spiral staircase meant for somebody 3 feet shorter than me.
right.
And I'm like, oh, this is not good. Like, I'm having like a full meltdown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
Nico's like, no, put me in a box.
No.
Put me under water.
30-40 minutes.
See, I was just about to say I'm
Whatever.
claustrophobic, but if it's by my own terms,
Yeah.
I'm fine, right? But if it's something like that, I'll be like, I'll start tweaking
Yeah, I must
out.
have been buried alive in a previous life or something, because
The claustrophobia for you
I
too.
really
I
bad.
can't do it. I cannot. I mean, I can't even do an MRI machine.
Oh, you'll never see me in a cave, man.
Oh,
In a
no.
cave? No.
so
never.
when they say you got to kiss the Blarney Stone, you don't just walk up and do it. You got to get on your hands and knees. You got to grab the bars. And you have to actually hang upside down to get down there.
Yeah.
You have to hang upside down over a 400-foot drop to kiss the Blarney Stone. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So then I get all the way up there. I'm like, fresh air. They're like, all right, it's down there. And I'm like, what? So then I'm 400 feet down. And I'm like, all right, let me grab the bars and then twist my body. And then they got people grabbing your feet that work there
to hold you.
to make sure that you don't fall. And then you kiss the stone and then they pull you back out. And you're like, oh, okay.
So you're kissing a stone that people in front of you with
150%.
Oh,
and this is 3 years ago. COVID was still very relevant.
Yeah, and there was rumors that
they got a guy Windexing the Blarney Stone. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, there was also rumors that like local kids would go in there at night and pee on the stone.
Oh yeah,
so the tourists would be kissing it, but it's widely unbelieved.
Yeah, because Blarney Cats,
so
again,
it and what.
I dare you as a child to navigate up to that stone. Enemy invaders couldn't do it. Steve couldn't do it.
Steve couldn't do it. I don't understand. What's the attraction of the Blarney Stone? Something special?
Yeah, it gives you the gift of gab. Okay. You kiss it, you get the gift of gab.
You really must have made out with it. It was an open mouth.
But no, that's the superstition. For hundreds of years, you kiss the Blarney Stone, you get the gift of gab. So now it's a tourist attraction. The castle and the grounds are fantastic. Yeah. Beautiful. Going up was not necessary. Kissing the stone was not necessary. But I was there. And I was like, God damn it. I just waited in a line, got claustrophobic. It's going to be for a reason. Like, I'm going to get my picture.
At that point, you're committed.
Yeah. I'm going to hang upside down and get my picture taken with this fucking rock.
Yeah. You're committed at that point. There's no turning back at that point.
Then they got this. Then they got a miniature quarry in the cave downstairs. They're like, "We'll break you want some Blarney Stone? Little hammer?
Yeah, that's cool."
They're like, "Here, fucking hot glue it to a keychain for you." You're like, wow, all right,
$9.99 American dollars.
Yeah, get your picture taken with it.
Yeah. Wow. Did you get a keychain?
I didn't.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
I got claustrophobic.
I brought all sorts of stuff home from Ireland for Matt's mom.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I've never been outside of the United States of America. So I've been outside the Midwest a couple of times, but
it's a fun time.
I am that white-tailed deer. White-tailed deer lives in a 1 square mile its whole life. Happy. I've been in the Midwest pretty much my whole life. There you go. I'm happy.
Yeah. I love traveling. And if you ever do go anywhere, Ireland and Scotland are great because it's just like waking up here and going out. But like, imagine you're in one of our older cities like Philadelphia, and imagine that everybody talks a little funny. And like, that's how it is. Like, it doesn't feel. You're getting it. But yeah, I mean, it really doesn't feel that different. Like, you don't really feel like you're in a different country.
I would go to Wales because that's where my grandfather,
my cousin Wade lives in Wales.
Yeah, so I would if I was over there, I would go to Wales.
Fantastic, absolutely. Now Italy was different. I preferred Italy, but people don't necessarily speak your language.
No,
so it actually felt like I was in a different place than Ireland and Scotland. Everybody speaks English.
And if you're American, they treat you a little.
American. No, you're never American. You're Canadian.
You have to be Canadian.
No, my entire trip, we went around the world, and I was Canadian. I was a Canadian from Canada. I also came within this close of Joe Biden. The only time that I was ever that close to a sitting president. We were.
Was he sitting?
No, I don't think so. No. But he. I actually, it's hard to say. 2023. Yeah, no. Maybe. No.
But he was there.
Yeah. So he drove right by, and all these people lining the streets, all these police officers in Dublin, and I'm just like, what's going on? They're like, the American president is coming, and I'm Canadian. I don't know this guy, but I'm like,
that fella, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, came by in a motorcade, was waving. I was like,
sure it wasn't Jeff Dunham.
That's really cool. It might have been just one of his puppets. Yeah. All right. But yeah,
I actually shook Jimmy Carter's hand.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
And told him my name was Buzz.
Why?
I'm not quite sure.
All right.
It was in Dubuque, Iowa, back in the 70s, and he was we went to the rally or whatever, and I was up front, and he was walking in the parade or whatever, and he comes up, he goes, "Hey, little guy, what's your name?" I shook his hand. I'm like, "Buzz."
What the fuck?
Guess I wanted to be a Buzz. I don't know.
Yeah.
My dad's laughing. He's like, "Buzz."
My
I don't know. And I thought it was weird because I put my right hand out to handshake, and I didn't know at that time because I'm a little kid, sixth grade, maybe fourth grade maybe. And I didn't know at that time that, when they walk through the parade, you're using both hands to shake.
Yeah.
So here's the president of the United States. I'm in awe, and I go like this, and he shakes it with his left hand.
Right.
I was like, well, that's weird, right? But he probably was like, that's no Buzz. I don't. He's like, that's weird. But yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, I was like, Buzz. Like I froze on my name or something, or maybe that was my alter ego.
I was gonna say, I'm like, did you know someone named Buzz?
Yeah, no, I was a kid. I had a butch haircut.
Yeah,
probably people called me Buzz at one time.
Oh,
butch haircut. I mean,
thought it was funny
in the 70s. Everybody had the long hair and stuff. My grandpa was bald is beautiful. So my mom just buzz my hair.
They started you young, huh?
Yeah. So I was like, about it, it wasn't until the 80s when I had the nice, mullet.
No, there you go.
Maybe not a lot of people back then. Buzz Aldrin, maybe.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a big space, man.
Yeah.
So that might have been it.
So my only interaction with the sitting president.
My
He doesn't even know me.
my grandfather
What's up,
shook
Nashville?
hands with
That was the funniest thing. Oh my God. Holy shit.
No, my grandfather shook hands. I got a picture with him and Reagan in the Oval Office, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He was the vice president of the Automotive Service Industry Association.
Okay. Nice.
So I mean, that's how
He
that
was a
came about.
mobster.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was on the take.
Yeah, bunch of Scottish mobsters that are out there.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen. We hope everybody had a great morning. But we're right on the back end of this.
We are.
We're right on the back end of this bad boy. But we're set your clocks because I think we're talking
Next week.
about teeing up at 7 a.m. So a half hour earlier coming up
For next week, yeah.
And I think it's important that we do that. But just know that if you tune in at 7:30 next week, you'll be a half hour into the show.
Yeah.
So 7 a.m. is when we're teeing up sponsors and the National Association of Podcasts airing companies said we have to move it to 7.
Okay. Yeah.
So there you go.
Totally.
And when they say something, you gotta listen.
Yep.
You have to.
You don't mess with the association.
You don't.
You have a great business. You know it. Your employees know it. And so do we. So how do we get everyone else to know it? And how can you do it cost effectively? It's simple. Use EDDM. EDDM is a direct mail marketing program from the United States Postal Service named Every Door Direct Mail, and it allows you to get your message out for a fraction of the cost of a stamp. Here's how it works. Start by contacting your local Minuteman Press. We are your EDDM experts. Together, we will manage these important steps. First, set a budget that will give you the biggest ROI. Second, design a creative mail marketing piece with an awesome offer. Third, choose the best delivery routes based on demographics and geography. Fourth, print, bundle, and take your mail to the delivery post office. Fifth, manage a schedule for distribution using USPS mail carriers. 70% of people surveyed say that receiving mail is more personal than the internet. And 73% of consumers say they prefer direct mail for brand communication because they can read it at their convenience. With cost-effective EDDM, you can maximize your return on investment. Minuteman Press is your EDDM and direct mail experts. You know your business. We know how to promote it. We are the modern printing industry. Find your nearest Minuteman Press at minutemanpress.com.